Hey guys, Ralph here. Welcome to True Power Trumpet Fitness from sunny, beautiful, warm Phoenix, Arizona. Life's good, man. Life is good. I'll tell you, at some point, I think we are going to. The lighting here blows chunks, but whatever. At some point, we are going to move out west. I know that. And Arizona and Nevada are high on the list. I don't see us living in California. But anyway, be it what that will. It really is, if you like warm weather, this is the place to be. I'm not thrilled with Phoenix. My daughter lives in Phoenix, and she just graduated from the Arizona State, and I'll get to that in a minute. But major cities. I lived in New York for too long, and I don't care for major cities. I don't want to live in the boondocks. I lived in Maine for too long, and I like a nice suburb place, and there are plenty of nice ones in both Nevada and Arizona. But I'll tell you, it was 102 yesterday at graduation time, and it was inside the basketball facility, so it was air conditioned and all that. But the crazy thing about it is, and I think my guys Perico and everybody out in Nevada, yeah, it's warm. There's no question it's warm. But, they're saying it's a dry heat. It's not that, but you don't really notice it. It is not so overwhelming that you just dread going out into the warm. It's not. It is, you may want to, make sure you're working out in the morning or the evening. If you're doing it outside, running or something like that. But, and you notice it's hot, but as long as you know what's going on with the dehydration, drinking your water and all that sort of stuff, make sure you have sunscreen on. It is very, very doable. It really is. And I find that, my wife does especially, I find that better than the brutal winters that are coming into the Northeast. I really do. And so that will happen at some point, and I'll certainly let you know, but don't hold your breath. It's not happening anytime soon. But the reason I'm out here, I'm talking today is, guys, I did not bring my trumpets, and I don't travel with my trumpets anymore. Unless there's some sort of a clinic or a gig on the other side, I'm not traveling with my trumpets anymore. I take the time off. But as you saw the thumbnail, I do feel like I'm getting some significant trumpet work done. I said, practicing hard here in Arizona. I don't have the trumpet here, but guys, what happens, they have a very nice exercise facility here at the hotel, the Hampton Inn in Phoenix. It's very, very nice. Has a nice pool. We're going to do some laps and all that sort of stuff. But also the exercise facility has a stationary bike, which I just don't love the stationary bike. So what I do is I get up in the morning and I go for a walk. I don't love to go for a walk. I don't feel it is gives me enough of a workout per se. But especially, considering what has been going on in the Northeast, just getting out of the house, is I consider it to be healthy. So I did take some walks. But guys, they have a complete set of kettlebells. And I am killing the kettlebell sessions. I'm doing minimum 30 minutes. And guys, I feel energized. You know how I feel about the compression. And guys, compression. Anyway, it just really, really simulates playing the trumpet. And the cool thing is, as I said before, you don't even have to worry about it. If you're not doing the kettlebells or the SFE, whatever the case may be, you have to make sure you are creating the compression. If you're doing the kettlebells, guys, you're compressed before you even pick up the trumpet in the morning. And it doesn't have to be right ever. You can do a kettlebell session at 7 o'clock and don't start playing the trumpet till 10. And guys, it's like you're all warmed up. It's really incredible the way it works. Now, I've talked about this before, and I urge you to get the KBs for Double C's book that is down below. And it is, if it resonates with you guys, first of all, kettlebell is a wonderful way, especially in your later years, to keep yourself in shape. Guys, if you don't have untold hours to get on the bike and run and all this sort of stuff, or you don't have the desire, quite frankly, the kettlebell compressor, listen, we've talked about this before. Every trumpet player and every athlete needs three things: strength, flexibility, and endurance. And you need them in abundance. Now, depending on, your genetics and everything that you're starting with to begin with, I might need more strength than Perico does. Perico's younger than me. I might have to work on my endurance more than somebody like, Nick or whatever, okay? So it varies from person to person. But the cool thing is, guys, it's the only form of exercise where you're getting all three in one exercise: strength, flexibility, and endurance. Guys, you get through, you look at it, you see, Ralph's throwing, 40-pound kettlebell around. Okay, he's getting his strength. Duh, right? I tell you what, you do 2-3 sets of 10 kettlebell swings, and you try to touch your toes before you go, and you might get your hands down to your mid-shin, right? After 3, 4, 5 sets of kettlebell swings, they go right down to the floor. You're getting your flexibility too. It's incredible the way that works. And also, as I said before, how many times have I done, a set of 10 with a heavy bell? See, I'm getting my cardio in. Guys, it's the only way to do it. Now, if you're getting the strength, flexibility, and endurance in all one exercise, think about it. The normal way to do it is spend 45 minutes in the gym doing your upper body. Okay? There's your strength. Well, I got to get my flexibility in. So do you sit down and do some stretches? Do you go to the yoga class for 30 minutes to a half an hour? And then you got to, use your endurance. You're going to go out and run. You're going to get on the treadmill for another half an hour or so. Guys, you're talking a minimum hour and a half, 2 hours to get the strength, flexibility that I'm getting in 20 minutes, a half an hour. You see what I'm saying? It just compacts everything because you're getting it all in one. And once you do that workout, 20 minutes in the morning, half an hour in the morning, guys, when you pick up your trumpet, you don't even think about it. Now, I like to intersperse SFE and kettlebell into my actual practice session. So I'm doing 30 minutes when I first wake up. When I get to the trumpet later on, I'm doing 5 minutes of trumpet, set or two of kettlebells, another 10, 15 minutes of trumpet, another set of swings, whatever. So I'm interspersed. So by the end of the day, I've had 400 to 500 swings / snatches / squats and all that sort of thing. And it is just a wonderful way. And every single time, guys, no matter how much I played, if I play a Maynard Ferguson solo, put it down, go do some swings, then play the same, Maynard Ferguson solo again. Dude, my chops are getting stronger and stronger and stronger the more I play. And that's a phenomenon, guys. Jerry always used to talk about getting stronger the more he played. But we're talking about getting up in the first notes of the day, you're strong as a bull, and you just keep getting stronger. It's extraordinary. Extraordinary. So, again, I feel as best I can. Now, there is a caveat here. At this point in my life, my career and everything, my corners, my tongue, and my air, or lack thereof, is on remote control. It's right where I want it. It's perfect. Now, for you people that are still working on these techniques, it might not have such a dramatic result, the kettlebells that is, because you're still working on your technique. So people like myself and Perico and all that sort of stuff, we just take time off and come back and boom, it's there. It's there. Now remember, we are not building up chops when we play. We're relaxing chops and getting the right technique, and you add some internal compression to that, the world is yours, Chico, and everything in it. All right? All right. It's not great. I like to honk a little more, but this is some informative stuff. And guys, I strongly suggest we are the instrument. Go over to my other channel, the Health and Fitness channel, and fool around with the diet I'm prescribing to. Okay, and look at some of the other books that is just talking about fitness, general fitness. And guys, this is so easy for singers. Oh, guys, it works for everybody. I don't think string players is going to help that much, quite frankly. But I know it works for woodwind players, flute players, saxophone. I know it works for that. Guys, it's an incredible, incredible way to keep your instrument in tune and, quite frankly, go through life. All right? All right, guys. That's it for today. And as spirit moves me later on, I'll do something else. But that's it for now. Love you all, and I'll see you. I'll be back honking Tuesday. All right? Bye-bye.